What if just 7 TRX moves could completely realign your body? Research shows there are 7 neglected muscles holding your spine, shoulders and hips in position, but developing these creates a physique that stands taller, looks stronger and moves without aches or pains. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 7 suspension trainer exercises that target these neglected muscles for maximum lasting results, whether you're new or already experienced. To start, let me show you how to rebuild your athletic frame. There's one muscle wrapping around your rib cage that most people never train, the serratus anterior. When it's weak, your shoulder blades wing out from your back, scapular winging, which causes shoulder pain and reduced upper body mobility. But how do you strengthen it with a suspension trainer? Let me show you. Grab your straps, set them mid-length and slide your forearms in, palms up. Create a slight angle and lean forward into the straps, keeping your core braced. Then push away into the handles and reach upwards. Allow your shoulder blades to slide apart as you reach forward. That's when your serratus anterior muscles are working. Pause at the top for 2 seconds, then lower with control. Now that your shoulder blades are locked in place, let's move down to the muscle that keeps your pelvis aligned, so your running, squatting and balance all become more efficient. Most people only train the big gluteus maximus muscle, but it's the smaller glute medius sitting on the side of your hip that does the real stabilizing work. When it's weak, your pelvis drops and your knees cave inward every time you move. So what's the most effective way to target it? Let me show you. Set your straps to mid-shin height and lie on your back with both heels in the handles. Press your heels down and lift your hips off the floor. Then slowly press your feet apart as wide as you can without dropping your hips or bending your knees. Hold there for 2 seconds. You'll feel the sides of your hips firing up. Then slowly bring them back together with control. With your pelvis now solid, let's move on to the most powerful exercise for pulling your shoulders back and building 4D Boulder Shoulders. After years of desk work, your rear shoulder muscles switch off, and when they do, your shoulders roll forward and your whole body caves in. Strong rear delts are the fix. Let me show you how to build them. Set the straps to a short length with an overhand grip. Lean back at a slight angle and pull the handles towards your face, aiming roughly at nose level. As you reach the top, rotate your knuckles upward and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hold that squeeze for 2 seconds and slowly lower yourself down. Don't fully relax or hang at the bottom or you'll lose tension on the rear shoulder muscles and hinder your results. Now that you've pulled your shoulders back, let's move to the deep muscles that keep your spine tall and stop you from slouching forward. Running either side of your spine from your neck down is a chain of muscles called the erector spinae. They're meant to hold you upright and tall, but when they're weak, your spine loses its support and you collapse into a slouch. So how do you strengthen these deep spinal muscles? Let me show you. Start with a wide stance and straps over your shoulders. Brace your core tight, then slowly extend out over 2 seconds, keeping that core tense. Then, as you get to full extension, hold this position for 5 seconds. This is where your spinae erector muscles are working. Squeeze your core extra hard to fold your body inwards. Your spine's now supported from top to bottom, so let's move down to the most neglected muscle group in your legs, which is also the most impactful. Your hamstrings are crucial for keeping your pelvis in position. When they're weak and stiff, everything is off balance from your knees up to your neck, which means constant knee and lower back pain. But how do you strengthen them and increase their flexibility with a suspension trainer? Let me show you. Set the straps to a short length and stand on one leg with a slight bend in your knee. Squeeze your hamstrings, then hinge forward at your hips by pushing them back while keeping your back flat. Lower until you feel a deep stretch in your hamstrings and hold that stretch for 2 seconds. Then squeeze your hamstrings hard to thrust your hips forwards to rise back up and maintain that squeeze at the top. Now that you've built dynamic flexibility in the back of your legs, let's complement that strength by building a powerful and resilient back. Sitting just below your shoulder blades are 2 muscles responsible for complete back strength, your lower traps and upper lats. When they're weak, every pull, lift and overhead movement feels wobbly and underpowered. But how do you strengthen them both to build the back power you need? Let me show you. Set your straps to a short length and stand facing the anchor point with your arms up. Slowly lower yourself down, resisting gravity. At the bottom, reach forward and let your shoulders round forward to get a full stretch on the back muscles. Now here's the crucial part. To rise back up, instead of pulling your elbows up and out, pull them down and in. That's what hits your lower traps and upper lat muscles. Squeeze your back muscles extra hard at the top. Now here's an exercise that doesn't directly fix your posture, but without it, you won't be able to do any of the other 6 properly. Running along the top of your forearms is a muscle most people never train, the brachioradialis. When it's weak, your grip gives out and you become far more likely to develop tennis elbow, which means that every exercise that relies on holding the suspension trainer's straps falls apart before you've even started. So let me show you how to strengthen it so you can perform every exercise effectively. Start at the top with your arms curled, pulling on the straps to squeeze your forearms. Then slowly lower yourself down, but stop just before your arms fully straighten. Go too far and you lose tension on the muscle, losing the growth stimulus. Then squeeze your forearms and biceps hard to curl back up. And at the top, rotate your thumbs upward. That helps give you an extra hard squeeze through the forearms and bicep muscles. The thing is, these 7 exercises build the foundation for a strong, upright posture. But to really complete that athletic look, you need the wide, developed shoulders to go with it. So watch this video next and I'll show you the only 2 TRX moves you need to build wider shoulders and exactly how to combine them in your training for maximum shoulder width. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.